My number one on top three worst beginner fish beware is the red-tailed shark. Mine always hides out in this log. He's about 4 inches long or so. I got a video of one at a pet store that's out and about, so I'll show you guys that here after this clip. But they're a red-tailed shark, but they're not actually a shark. But people hear that name and they're like, hey, I can have a freshwater shark. Well, they don't realize that red-tailed sharks, when they're little, they're pretty peaceful, just like rainbow sharks. But as they get bigger and more bold and older, they want a bigger territory. They'll chase other fish around. Not every one of them, because mine is pretty peaceful with tetras, corridoras, and danios. He gets along with them pretty well because he has his cave. He claims that as his territory and none of the fish bother with it, so he's pretty good. He'll come out and about, eat, and then go back in. But you definitely can't keep more than one of these in an aquarium unless you have tons and tons of room and cover, because they're territorial with each other especially. But they're going to be one of the most dominant fish in your fish tank. I've seen them chase African cichlids. I've seen them fight with angelfish, Oscars, all kinds of different fish. They're like a wolverine. They're smaller, but they have a big fight, and they can't really attack the other fish because they have no teeth or anything like that, but they just chase fish around and harass them so much that the other fish get so stressed out that they die from just stress and getting chased around. So that's why red-tailed shark is my number one on top three worst beginner fish. Number two on my top three worst beginner fish beware would have to be guppies or guppy fish. Guppies, I remember my first fish was a guppy. My grandpa set up a tank when I was 4 years old. He had platies, swordtails, mollies, guppies in like a 120-gallon tank. It was just awesome. He had corridors at the bottom, and he bred guppies and all the livebearers so much that he had no room left for any of them. So he gave me a female guppy that was pregnant, and I took her home, set up my first fish tank, and I remember the next day I woke up and she had like 100 babies, and it was just awesome. And guppies used to be a beginner fish. They still are, but they're so weak anymore, they just fall apart because they've been inbred and they've been bred for all the different colors and strains that they just fall apart. I bought my son, that's almost one, a week ago, a male and female guppy from my local fish store, and I've been keeping guppies for years. Like, I've done it since I was 4. I'm 27 now. Like, I've done it for years. Guppies, platies, mollies, swordtails, you name it, I've had it. Wolffish, piranhas. I bought a male and female guppy for him. I let him go in, and he kept oohing and on, and he picked out the fish he wanted to pick out, and we brought him home. I set up a little guppy mini pond with a sponge filter that was already cycled, acclimated them, put them in, and the female guppy's still doing really good, knock on wood, but the male guppy, after 2 days, just fell apart and didn't make it. And a lot of beginner hobbyists, they go out, they buy a tank, they want guppies, or their kids want guppies, because it's a family experience to be able to watch fish give birth to live young. Like, it's really cool to watch. I remember seeing it when I was 4. That guppy my grandpa gave me gave birth and had 100 babies in this little 5-gallon fish tank, and it was a cool experience. I ran out and told my mom and dad and everything, and they thought it was really cool. And a lot of people go out, buy guppies, and the guppies just fall apart, and they think it's their fault when it isn't. It's the guppy. They fall apart because they come from other countries usually where they're kept in brackish water, and they come to the United States and they're put in the freshwater wholesalers and pet stores, and they just fall apart. If you get them from a local breeder that's bred them in your water, you have a really good chance of having a healthy guppy. But instead of getting guppies, if you can't find a local breeder or something like that, I'd pick endlers over guppies any day. But I'm going to throw a clip up right here. Me at my local fish store today filming some guppies, and most of them look healthy, but if you look real close, they have ick and they're just falling apart. So here's that clip right now. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the top 3 worst beginner fish beware video. Make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Subscribe down below. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And we'll see you guys next time.